Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the channel. We've got a bit of an interesting video today because we're going to be discussing EA Sports and what is going on at EA Sports. Like, what is actually going on, trying to get to the bottom of it. If you enjoy the video, thumbs up is appreciated. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about what's happening over at EA. So today we're going to be talking directly about EA Sports kind of as a company and like going through a couple of ideas or just things that could be going on. And yeah, so, really for me, first of all, yesterday was the reason I'm kind of making this video today, because I'm just kind of like really confused at what might be happening. Now, if you guys haven't noticed, if you've been playing FIFA for like the last month or so, probably since like April, end of April, EA has really started messing up like a lot. And it's one thing for EA to mess up. It's one thing to be like, okay, this is a mistake that we can understand. These mistakes that EA are making are so incompetent. It's so freaking bad. And honestly, they are selling. So my theory is this, right? But it still doesn't really like justify why they're messing up so much. My theory is that EA have been overwhelmed with the new FIFA, the new EAFC, and because of this, what's going on is that they've maybe put some of their staff that's maybe not the most intelligent, or they've hired some interns to work on FIFA 23. I think, EA probably start working on the new FIFAs probably like in January of the upcoming year. And we think that this new FIFA is going to be out in August or September. So that would explain a lot. But what doesn't explain a lot is that why the mistakes started happening in the end of April. So you guys will notice that on April 28th, there started to be some information here from the EA FIFA Direct Twitter account where the EA Play may offer unintentionally included incorrect game items. On May 3rd, the Community Team of Season Upgrade SBC has been updated to reflect the inclusion of community moments. This started happening with Team of the Season. Like, this Team of the Season was the worst Team of the Season in terms of like content being delivered in an on time and way that was explained well. That's been the ongoing issue with this whole entire Team of the Season, is that they've just not explained it well. So we started off in Community Team of the Season where we had an SBC, and there was no Team of the Season moments items, right? So that was a problem because it said that there was supposed to be Team of the Season moments. Now, what I want to talk about here that's my issue, this happened on May 3rd. This wasn't compensated until May 22nd. Boys, that is 19 days. 19 days of incompetence, right? And like, that's my larger issue with this. Okay, EA, if you guys want to make mistakes, that's totally okay. But for it to take 19 days, that's 3 weeks almost for you to compensate something. Like, just in terms of perspective of what's going on May 22nd, by the time we even get to May 22nd, guys, if we go ahead and look at all promos, like, we're literally almost an ultimate Team of the Season. Like, that is almost League One Team of the Season. I mean, it's so crazy. It's 3 full League of Team of the Seasons until they compensated that. So the question mark is, why is it taking so long for EA to compensate? Are they too busy shooting hoops at the Vancouver studio? Are they too busy trying to fix the coffee machines? I don't really understand, because the way I look at it, right? Let's say someone's employed from 9 to 5. Okay, I understand that they're investing potentially all their energy into the new EA FC 24. That's understandable. Like, I can get around that. I can understand that. What I cannot understand is, how did they not hire competent staff or competent interns to just at least release content that's 92 plus moments or Team of the Season? But the amount of mess ups that's happening, it's concerning. And on top of that, the amount of time it's taken for these mistakes to be finished or fixed is insane. It's insane, right? So it's like a weekly thing now, and they don't always tweet out about a lot of this stuff. A lot of the stuff that's going on, they're not even tweeting out about. They resolved the issue on the 22nd. And what's interesting to note about that, like, issue being resolved in 19 days, there was no other issues that they had publicly tweeted about, which means that this should have been at the top of their directory in terms of what should we fix. For all of you watching my videos, for me even, right? When I have to get something done for my videos, does it take me 19 days? when you are working, let's say you're working on something, maybe you repair things for a living. Maybe you're in college and you have deadlines with papers, right? You're not gonna wait 19 days after a deadline to finish a paper. If someone calls you and you're repairing sinks, right, or you're repairing maybe something that's needed in a house, maybe someone's hot water heater breaks, right? It's not gonna take you 19 days to do it. 19 days. And let's say this. Let's say you go over to a house or you submit your paper and your paper's terrible and your teacher tells you, I need you to redo this. You've got 3 days. You go over to the house, you fix something. It's not really fixed, right? Turns out that, it happens, right? There's a lot of things with houses, right? Where somebody will come fix something and it's not actually fixed. Okay, right? It's not going to take you 19 days to go back over to the house and refix it. 19 days. That's my problem. Like, how is it taking them? And these are all things that are harder to do than this, right? We're talking writing a long essay. We're talking like actual repairing items in real life. No, this is a compensation of giving players an SPC pack. One pack. Crazy, man. So that happens on May 22nd, right? Bunch of title updates here. We recently addressed an issue with the Encore pack. It was updated to specify that Foot Hero player pick items were loan items. People who opened the pack before the update received a Foot Hero player pick item. So this also happened. This was crazy. I remember this was from the store packs. But again, this was like a 2 to 3 week turnaround. So what else we got here? We got a lot of stuff. Okay, May 30th. So right now it's like, I think it's like June 17th, June 18th. We have recently resolved an issue where Sissoko, Ben Yedder, and Verratti were not included as part of a League One Foot Champs Team of the Season player items. Impacted players who previously opened League One Foot Champs Team of the Seasons will receive the corrected rewards in the coming days. That's what they started saying, in the coming days. Now, this is crazy too, because during League One Team of the Season, a lot of us had no idea this was even happening. Like, we didn't even know. We just opened rewards and nobody was getting Ben Yedder or Verratti red. This took them all the way until Monday. So this started on Friday, right? You could get your rewards on Friday. This took them all the way until Monday to say that this was happening, right? And then it took, I would say, honestly, just under 2 weeks for them to compensate. So we're talking first compensation is 19 days. Second compensation is almost 2 weeks, right? Because I got my reds. Some people got theirs after a week. I got mine within 2 weeks. Like, basically, I probably got them just June 12th or June 13th, which is crazy. Okay. May 31st, another day, another issue. And this is what I'm making this video about, because the amount of mistakes is honestly, what's the word for it? The amount of mistakes is turning into one of those graphs that just goes like this, right? It's not just like one mistake a day. We have so many mistakes now. We recently addressed an issue with the Team of the Season Elite Pack description in German. It was updated to specify that the 5 player pick items were loan items. German language players who obtained this pack before this update have been sent 5 player picks between 3 Team of the Season or Team of the Season moment items, 92 overall or higher. So, something I also want to talk about in this video that's like actually turning into sad in terms of my perspective, sadness, right? EA is so incompetent as a company. There are current Twitter accounts tweeting out when to abuse something in-game to change your language, Brazilian, Polish, German, because of mistakes with the way that EA is releasing or delivering a pack in a certain language, right? That is just sad. Do you know how bad a company has to be for you to decide, oh man, they're going to mess up in this language today with this pack. Let me change my language today. It's freaking crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Like, that's how down bad. And I'm not even going to say our community has gotten, because to be honest with you guys, with EA making this many mistakes, right? And with this level of thing, right? A League One red, a chance at Mbappe, Neymar, Messi, a store pack where you have 5 player picks with 3 Team of the Season or moments items. Like, this is crazy, right? June 7th, we addressed an issue last week with the Team of the Season premium pack description in Polish. It was updated to note that 5 player pick items were loan items. Same thing. 5 compensations. Just a different week. We're going from Germany to Poland. What is going on at EA? Like, it genuinely feels like they've hired 2, I would say 2, not just 1, 2 incompetent interns that just don't know how to, like, simply deliver something properly of what it says. I mean, it's just sad. Like, it's actually just crazy. And now this game is going to be remembered as Compensation 23. It really is. Like, everyone's going to remember this game as the game of compensation. It's not going to be remembered as anything else besides Compensation 23. I'm telling you right now, that's what we're going to all remember this game as. June 12th, the Team of the Season or Team of the Season Moments Upgrade SBC did not contain the correct rewards and has been temporarily removed. It will return later and impacted players receive corrected in-game items. Okay, what is the date today? Today is June 22nd. Okay, so this happened on June 12th. It's been 10 days, and we do not have the compensation from this. 10 days. A lot of people did 5 Team of the Season packs. We still do not have this. Crazy. 10 days, right? You would think it's not difficult for EA to go into their database and give the players who basically had messed up or had did the SBC without the correct like I think it didn't have moments players, and just give all these players the 5 packs. I don't understand. It's crazy. Okay. This finally was done. It says June 13th it was all done. I think it was a bit longer than that. Okay, June 16th. This is crazy too. Weekend League rewards. I'm still not compensated. We are still going into this next Weekend League. It is Thursday, and I do not have my 91 plus 3 player pack, right? And a lot of people don't. This is for 14, 16, 18, 19, 20, I think maybe even 11 wins, right? They just messed up the Weekend League pack. Guys, they messed it up. This freaking game right now has reds on the market because EA have messed up so badly that for some reason, some intern at EA, some intern coded the freaking Team of the Season packs to have reds in them. Tradable reds, right? And it's June 16th and today's June 20th, and we're still not compensated. And by the way, they've tweeted, it's June 22nd, they've tweeted that June 16th. I'm pretty sure that happened like a day or two before, right? They tweeted that. It actually did happen on the 16th, but even then, it's crazy that they didn't fix it the whole entire weekend. And if you go on FIFA right now, guys, and you go onto the market, you will see red FUT Champs items. And the craziest part about this and what this had happened, right? These cards are so rare that the people that actually played in that first hour literally made millions. I mean, you've got a red Fofana at 512. His base card is like 30K. You've got a Taremi at 500K. He's like 40K. Mertens, same thing. Medina center back is up at 1.5 mil and people buy it. Guys, people buy it. Cuadrado's 800K. I mean, for a while, there was actually a couple crazy reds. Right now, the best red on the market we probably have is Lacazette. He's got 5.7 mil price range, 2.6 for Lewandowski. I mean, these cards are all like 5 to 10 times the price of their Team of the Seasons. So, to be honest, anyone that had actually played, like, fair play, good for you. You made a ton of coins. But the craziest thing is, for me, I've only got 250K, right? And the fact that I'm going into this next Weekend League, and I'm still playing this game in month 9, right? Like, it's sad. It's sad because a lot of people depend on that Team of the Season 3 player pack. We've still not obtained it. And I've got it on 2 accounts. And it's, you know, we're heading into the waters of going into the next Weekend League. And it's still not been compensated. Like, to me, it's actually baffling how bad EA is at their job. And it's just sad. Like, you know, for me, I look at FIFA 23. A lot of people still play this game, right? And EA have gone all in on EA FC 24. So you know what we're going to say? It better be the best game of all time. It better be, right? EA is going hard for this game. It's going to be the best ever. Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. Okay, now, last thing. Yesterday, like, you just can't make it up with this company, right? So, yesterday they released an incredible 92-plus Team of the Season or Shapeshifters T1 player pick SBC, right? And there was moments in them, and I guess they weren't supposed to have moments in them. So, the funniest part about all of this that I find, like, crazy, EA had fixed this issue a couple weeks ago where they said Team of the Seasons and there wasn't Team of the Season moments in there. So they then put the Team of the Season moments probably in the coding with the Team of the Seasons, right? And then they released yesterday something that says Team of the Seasons or Shapeshifters. And now it's a mistake that they've included Team of the Season moments with Team of the Season. So this company is just banter. I can't believe how bad they are at their job. It's like, to me, it's mind-boggling, guys. Like, you know, you would assume that someone at EA is on at least a base salary of like $60,000 or $70,000 a year. And especially with how popular the content is, I understand that, okay, the perspective is like EA is going all in on the new EAFC. But to me, it's just like sad because the content on this game is very popular, right? And to me, it does, like, just as a person playing this game, it doesn't seem too complicated to include the right things of what's said to be released as an SBC. Now, again, last thing, if EA were to mess up every day, that would be one thing, right? Okay, and they kind of do, to be honest, but it's another thing for EA to take weeks on weeks on weeks, in some instances 19 days, most scenarios 2 weeks, right? You're getting out of touch with players. Imagine grinding the weekend league, right? Imagine going ham on the weekend league, and, you know, you get a crazy finish, and, you know, you don't even have your rewards. You still don't have your rewards. You're 5-6 days later, and you still do not have your rewards. Like, to me, that part of it is just insane with EA. I'm going to take tradables this week. That part to me about all of this is just crazy. You could play the weekend league for that. You know, brutal experience. Weekend league is brutal, right? And you don't get rewarded in the end. You still have to wait 4 or 5 days to get your pack. I just think it's crazy. So only EA, I mean, that's the only solution I can think of, that EA's got like some interns or some low-level employees there. My larger issue, and I've already said this multiple times to you guys, my larger issue with all of this, how are they so bad at their job? Even an intern, right? Let's say they hired like a high school intern to start working at EA. How do they not just read what they're submitting as an SBC and make sure that everything is included in the SBC? That's what's absolutely baffling to me. How are they releasing, after a couple mistakes, this many SBCs where they're messing up? It's crazy. It's really, really, really crazy. And how in month 9 of this game are my menus still freezing? I'm over here trying to actually open up, you know, something for you guys, and that's what's happening. Now, one thing I wanted to talk about with you guys, I'm gonna do a little bit of a video on EA 2024, because I guess with how bad the menus have been on this game, that's where we should be putting our focus. But in terms of what Footbin's got compiled here, there's going to be a new FIFA, like, to compete against EA FC 24. It's probably not going to be in this next year, but it looks like that is what's going to happen. Game mode wise, this is all we know. The real thing I wanted to talk about with you guys is this, right? There's going to be more information in July. That's what EA has said. Join the club. We'll tell you what's going on in July. It's just a little confusing, though, generally, because there's actually a reporter. I talked about this on my stream the other day. There's a reporter that does do some reporting on EA's, you know, like, kind of like updates and news and stuff like that. And he's been pretty accurate in the past. He's a private Twitter account. And he has said that EAFC is going to release their game in the end of July. In the end of August. That's what it says. And you know, I've always said, like, that makes sense. We've talked about it a million times. On the videos and stuff, that they should always release this game with the season. It would bring a lot of hype. But yeah, I mean, that's what has been said. So this is probably the least amount of information like we've ever had about a FIFA going into the game. And I think this is probably going to be one of the most, I think this is going to be the most hyped release of any EA game they've ever had, because they've got the largest opportunity, they've got the most eyes on them. You know, they really do, guys. They've got a whole situation here where they're breaking away from FIFA. So here's what I'm going to say, you know, to all the EA employees watching this video, all right? We have total faith in you. We do. You know, we know that you guys are working very hard on EAFC 24, and, you know, we are excited to see, where your time investment has been, because I got to tell you, it's been very frustrating as an avid FIFA player, a daily FIFA player, you know, to log on every day, to log on every single day, you know, and I'm having mistakes with the content, you know. I'm right now, let me just give you perspective, anybody watching this video, because this is kind of a rant video. You know, perspective-wise, right now, from the last 2 weeks, I am currently owed 5 Team of the Season packs, a 91-plus 3-player pack, and I am also owed a 92-plus Team of the Season or Shapeshifter player pick. 3 compensations I'm owed. Like, it's all right for it to be 1 or 2, and you guys got to have the perspective as well. Anyone that has been doing those store packs, a bunch of people right now are owed a bunch of store packs, stuff like that. So some people are probably owed 5 or 6 compensations. It's just insane. It's beyond me, guys. And you know what? Twitter videos aren't cutting it, so I wanted to make a YouTube video. I'm really curious to know, though, what is actually happening and transpiring over at EA to make this all go so wrong, because it really, you know, for lack of a better description, it's just going wrong. Like it's just, it feels like if you were to picture what's going on in the EA headquarters every day, it would be like that meme on Twitter where you know, there's fire and there's papers burning, and the office is, you know, everybody's running around like crazy. I mean, that's really what, if I were to picture what's happening at EA right now, that's kind of what I would describe, you know, to the average person of what is going on. Because it's just pure incompetence. It really is. There's no other way to describe it. There's no excuses for what's going on. They should read what they write before they click submit. If they say there's a team of the season pack coming out, right? And, you know, it's going to be that or shapeshifters, they have to specify moments, because they haven't specified it in the past. And then when they haven't specified in the past, people get them, boom, they compensate. So it just reminds me of, you know, when I was in elementary school and I was learning guess and check in math, or I was learning guess and check, or my young teachers would tell me, you know, my young early year in school teachers would tell me, hey, you know, you should always read what you write, or, you know, one of the phrase, read before you say something out loud, or one of the phrases is, you know, think before you say something. Well, I think it's the same thing, and that's what's confusing to me, because these people at EA are adults, and they are being told by a lot of like younger people that play this game that they're messing up, and it's just crazy to me. The whole thing is insane. So what is going on over at EA? I don't know if we're really ever gonna know, but hopefully, you know, the investment is worth it for EAFC 24. It's so frustrating though, man. It's so frustrating. So hopefully you enjoy the video today. I guess in the comments, if you made it to this point, let me know what you guys think is happening at EA. I mean, I just think it's such a disgrace though. Like, the main issue for me is how long EA takes to compensate. 19 days. Crazy. See you later, guys.